I'm Tom.
And we are VIMTV, Velocities in Music, the best kept secret in music reviews. To wrap up our set of 4 albums of combing our backlog and finding good albums from earlier in the year that we just either overlooked or just there was other albums coming out at the time, we decided that we needed to prioritize those over these albums that we're viewing today. It was time to just go back and do our due diligence and make sure we reviewed all the albums that deserve to be reviewed that have come out this year. One of those albums is by a Norwegian metal band called Kvelertak, or however you pronounce that.
I think that was pretty good. Yeah, that's how I'd say it.
Kvelertak. It's their sophomore album. It's called Meir. Kvelertak, which, according to Wikipedia, means stranglehold or chokehold. Yeah.
Oh, well, of course it does.
Isn't that the most badass thing you've ever... Of course it does.
Stranglehold.
I've seen Kvelertak, Darth Vader do some Kvelertak before.
Oh, man.
Chokta!
That would even be more badass if Darth Vader spoke in German, though.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I know this isn't German, but
Norwegian.
Maybe I'm more in a Rammstein mindset or something like that.
This is a bit, in my opinion, this is a bit better than Rammstein.
Yeah.
So Kvelertak they're a metal band.
Mm-hmm.
Metal is, so we've said this 1,000 times. I'm gonna say it 1,000 more. I hate putting albums and labeling genres and subgenres, especially in metal music, because no band should be kept inside a box like that. And I especially love metal bands who are willing to stay out of one particular genre or subgenre and branch out and incorporate lots of different styles and influences into their music. Kvelertak does a great job of doing that. They incorporate, while it's metal, they're incorporating black metal, they're incorporating classic rock. There's a ton of great classic rock.
Even
riffs.
some like American Southern rock.
Yeah,
I hear some like
absolutely.
I hear some like Leonard Skinner type riffs on
CCR
here.
Maybe.
Yeah, AC/DC.
AC/DC. There's even some punk rock vibes on here. And in addition, the black metal, even hardcore sound in some of the vocals. Very screamy vocals, and I think that's the hardcore. It's very intense. It's not too over the top. There's time to time where I think it's a little bit over the top, but overall, it's a very progressive metal sound. Tom, what was your take on Meir? How did you like the sound? How did it affect you?
I did like the sound. The sound was actually my favorite part of this album. All the blending of styles came together to make just a very fun and almost celebratory sounding metal album.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of like the combined shouting kind of background vocals, and it's at times, especially I'm thinking of the closing track, which is the name of the band.
Yes.
That just tells you how focused on just attitude and fun they are.
Absolutely.
I mean, they're up there with the ranks of Black Sabbath and Bad Company in bands that have songs that are named the same as the band, only this doesn't happen to be on a self-titled album, which is a shame.
You think Jack Johnson ever had a self-titled album and a self-titled song?
No.
Oh.
Okay, random. But that track I think embodies the whole attitude of this album. There's just those group shouting vocals, and it's a good capstone on the album. But with that style, I think, comes a little bit of a hindrance, and that's in the fact that they're so into that fast-tempo, upbeat energy that it doesn't leave much room for dynamics. And that's what killed it a little bit for me, because in metal, I need those lows to complement the highs. I mean, my favorite metal music, go listen to Master of Puppets, the beginning of Sanitarium, brings it down only to kick it a notch back up, and it makes it that much more powerful. Even, more contemporary metal acts like Mastodon and Baroness are doing this brilliantly. And you really need those highs to have their lows in order to have the same impact. I didn't quite get this here. Yeah. There are a few quieter moments, and I will give them this. While it is a lot of just kicking it up into full gear, the guitar riffs are great throughout. Great guitar riffs.
The guitar is just hauling ass throughout this album, whether they're just doing these grinding chords or some more melodic riffs. I just feel like the guitar it had to be part of my favorite. And as I said before, I feel like the vocals did a pretty good job throughout the album. There were times when it was a little over the top on certain tracks that I was like, okay, just maybe back down a little bit. And part of that might be me just wanting more guitar. That's what I wanted. But overall, I feel like the songwriting was pretty strong on this album, aside from what you just brought up, which is the dynamic issue. That definitely plays a role. It doesn't make the highs seem quite as high when they're all just up here the entire time. It's turned up to 11. Some people like that slap in the face constantly, so don't take that criticism as us saying that this is a bad album. It's definitely not. It just influenced how we interpreted the album. Now, I also want to say, I feel like Kvelertak could have done a better job of making the sound their own. They really have this playful sound, and it's upbeat, it's fun, they're having a good time with it, they do a good job with it. However, it's nothing that hasn't been done before. You gotta find a way. This is a big challenge. In 2013, when we had 6 decades of music of all these different genres that are out today, and relatively few new directions that music is going, it's very difficult to bring original ideas into your music. However, that's what makes it so potent when you do. And Kvelertak could definitely stand to have just a bit more originality behind their sound. I feel like that would really help Meir have sailed to the top of the year list for me. Still, I feel like this is a very strong album. I'm pumped to see where these guys go in the future. These guys have a big following. They're a growing, up-and-coming metal band. I'm pumped to see where they go. Right now, for Meir, I'm going to go 78.
I'm going 78 as well.
You're just copying me. All day long, you've been copying me.
Me, I come up with everything before you come up with anything.
That's probably true. That
was a little harsh.
That was probably I'm like a puppy with my tail between my legs.
Oh, now I'm just sad. Not really. No, I don't really.
What did you guys think of Kvelertak's Meir? Do you like that the band's name is Chokehold, like they want to kill you? Because I do. I think that it just gets my blood
I just kind of want to party with these guys.
I want to go to their show really bad. I would love to see these guys live. Please leave us a comment of your experiences with Meir at www.velocitiesinmusic.com or youtube.com/velocitiesinmusic. As always, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and let us know what albums from 2013 or really any time of existence that you would like us to review, because you guys are what makes VIMTV what it is today, and we thank you for watching. I'm Jake.
I'm Tom.
And we are VIMTV, moving music critique forward.